Any of you dads out there, happy Father's Day. Cheers. So this is kind of like making a right on a wrong literally a year ago. If you possibly saw my video, I bought a pair of Chisos number 2s and got them, and honestly was not impressed for the cost. They were back then a year ago were $550, and I just didn't think it was a $550 boot as far as the quality and the just fit and finish. Felt overpriced. Felt like maybe a $350 boot being sold for $550. Oddly enough, they're now $595, so it's a $600 boot made in Mexico and has issues, poor finishing, and just doesn't seem worth it. This is a Rios of Mercedes, and these are actually made in Texas. So these are made in USA. Let's see if I can get that to focus there. You can see right there, made in USA, made in Mercedes, Texas. Which one? This one has the Rios logo on it. And these were not even, I think these were $585, and it's weird because I paid a little more than I needed to because the place had it in stock online. They confirmed the stock, and I could get them very quickly. You see the box back there. This is Planet Hollywood, or sorry, Planet Hollywood, Planet Cowboy, and they're out in Tennessee, I think, Nashville-ish. Yeah, I think they're actually in Nashville. They had my size. Everyone says true to size with Rios. They had my size, and some of the other, there's a few different like Western stores around the United States and Midwest that carried this boot, but they all said kind of the same thing about, depending on what they have in stock, you have to wait X amount of weeks, and you have to call them to find out stock, and it's like, so you can't even buy it online without any assurance you're going to get it shipped. It might be you end up waiting weeks. And then I actually found Baker's sells this exact boot as an MTO with a 14 to 16 month lead time, so more than a year, but for way less. I think they were $400 from Baker's, so you're getting a significant discount. You just have to wait a year and a half. I wasn't feeling waiting. I wanted something for the summer, kind of wanting a redo on the cowboy boot, and I went with these, and I'm not regretting it at all. They're phenomenal. This leather is epic. I'm a big fan of these lighter tan, light brown tans. I always talked about 1964 tan. I love Dublin. I'm into light tans, and this is awesome. I don't like the overly contrast, showy uppers you sometimes see. I know that's popular in cowboy boots, but where like the shaft will be a total like black with like white stitching or red or teal lines, just craziness. That's not really my vibe. I like that this is literally almost the same leather. It's not. This is a little bit lighter than the Vamp, I think, or at least it's just the different cuts. Like you could see this and this match, but this is a little lighter, whereas this one it's closer, so it arguably could be the same leather. But that's kind of why I liked it. I really dig I'm actually wearing my Packers from Nick's with the toe bug. Really like the toe bug, and I liked how they contrast stitched a little bit of it. These lines are this like kind of same as the leather color, but the white here really sticks out. Kind of like the 2-row welt stitch. Kind of reminds me of stitch down P&Ws with 2 rows. This is obviously not a stitch down, but it has that vibe. I know it's not necessarily popular, but I actually like the square toes. I don't know. Beyond the fact that they're more comfortable because it has a really wide toe box, I just think it kind of looks dope. And I really liked, it's hard to, let me get this angle right. These have a pretty fair amount of toe spring, and that's kind of what grabbed my attention from the side. Obviously this is a flatter toe, but that toe spring is pretty significant. It kind of gave me, I'm not going to say this looks like the 310, but it has this kind of the spring of a 310 or a 11067, where the toe really pops up. And then I watched a review by Trinity Handmade, and he actually bought this same boot like a year ago, which was funny. I didn't know that. I'd seen his videos before, obviously, but I was just searching this model number on YouTube, on Google and YouTube, and ran across his video, and he was talking about this. They call this a crepe sole. This is a Vibram. You can see some of the Vibram logos. I don't know. When I think of crepe, I think of like that kind of gummy tan stuff, like natural crepe. But this is a super, super soft, like a black foam. It's like, feels like a sneaker, honestly. These are so comfortable. They're ridiculous. The leather is super supple and soft. Obviously, it's not super heavy duty like Nicks and whites and stuff. You know, you can see it's already crinkling and stuff, but I think that's what leads to the comfort. These literally feel like you're wearing like a sneaker, like a Nike or something. They're incredibly comfortable, and they actually, I'm not going to pull it out, but they have a removable foam insole, which I knew about. Some people complain about it. It's interesting because without that insole, these would be probably loose. I would definitely need to wear a thicker sock. I'm wearing my preferred thin socks, you know, as it is because it's summertime. That's my preference anyway, even in the winter. But they fit great with my thin socks and the included insole. Funny enough, Planet Cowboy shipped like a second set of like leather top with foam below inserts, and they're saying like if you need a tighter fit, that'd be kind of strange to have two inserts, two foam inserts stacked inside the shoe. I feel like you'd be like walking on packing foam or something ridiculous. Yeah, anyway, the fit's great, and you know, if they ever do kind of wear in and get looser, I could always just start wearing a slightly thicker sock. I have some Dickies kind of boot socks, and then a few Darn Toughs that I rarely wear, and some gold toe like winter socks. I have those Nicks and a double E that I got to wear the thick socks. So, you know, these could definitely go with that, especially if I pull out that foam insert. I could totally get away with a really thick sock. So yeah, the sizing is sort of true to size, sort of, I guess it's true to size if you keep the insert. Then again, they said these were 11D on the site listing, which is what I bought. But then if you look inside the shafts, both of them say 115EE, which makes me think it's a 11.5 double E. So yeah, I think these are technically double E, but it's weird. They don't fit like a double E. Maybe they're a roomy 11D or maybe 11E-ish. I don't know. I don't have a wide foot. I wear E's with Nicks because I'm sizing a half down from Brannock. When I get like the 11067, after trying different sizes, my preferred is 11E. But you know, I would still say with these Rios, you don't want to go down a size. My toe is kind of where they're telling you. They have some instructions. Planet Cowboy has their own instructions, but similar, you know, they say an inch, or, you know, I kind of think of an inch or a thumb's thickness. My toe is up there. It's touching the side, not pushing, but it's touching the ball is, you know, it's snug there. So I feel like a D might actually be tighter. I don't know. I don't know enough about Rios to know what that is, but I can assume 115 EE in both boot shafts would mean it's 11.5 double E. And I assume, and I have seen this, they don't seem to offer all sorts of sizes. It's like White's stock stuff, or even some of the MTOs from White's, they just give you the option of D or double E. I think Red Wing's kind of the same. Like, you know, quite wide or normal is like all they got. So maybe it's not a super crazy double E, but very happy with these. They are definitely worth the money. Very happy. I don't see any finishing issues. Comfort is undeniable. Looks, or you know, assuming you like the boot that you're buying, I really like this look. Looks like I hoped. And you know, I don't see, I remember those Chisos on the welt. It was like scratched off, and then I remember when I had them sitting next to each other, it's like one shaft was like back there, the other one was it was all like, these are obviously they're handmade, like everything, but like the shafts are lined up. Let me see if I can make that visible. They're pretty much the same, like any boot, like you'd expect. The Chisos was like, they were like completely misaligned, and they rubbed inside and uncomfortable. These have that same, you know, side welt, but I don't even feel it. Even with a thin sock, I don't feel it. So I don't want to rant too much on that company, but I would definitely recommend Rios. These are very cool. Feel like they're worth the money. They're also made in USA, down in Rios, in Mercedes, Texas. South Texas. I appreciate the Made in USA, similar to the PNW stuff. Just personal preference, I guess. That's it. Later.